Greetings, beautiful beings, and welcome to the Breathing Bar. I'm Ahuvia, your bartender, today and every day, and we're happy you stopped by to hang out with us a little while. And we're continuing to go into our Fall Equinox series of Heal the Heart, Heal the Body. And today I want to take a moment just to address one aspect of healing that is very challenging for everyone that I know. And that's stillness. Stillness is the prerequisite to achieving any balance, alignment, recalibration, energy transmutation you're seeking to do. Because in your stillness, you begin to hear with your inner ear. And the inner ear is the space that I have created where you hear your intuitive side. You hear your authentic self speaking to you the blueprint that you're supposed to be following during this lifetime in order to achieve what you came here on earth to achieve. And because it's different for each of us, it's challenging when you are taught by someone else's blueprint, or when you read books or study healing modalities that were created through others' blueprint. Not saying it may not assist you, but it's not innately yours. So no matter what you bring in, you're still going to have to take it through your consciousness, experiences, to pull up what it's supposed to look like, what this experience, what this blueprint, and what this information is going to look like within your own evolution. And stillness is the place you come to process all of this. We talk about the breath and breathing, being able to go in and learn the linguistics of the breath, which is the language of the body, the cells, and how they communicate in this dense gravitational pull of the earth realm. Yet being still is required so that you can keep this continuity and connection going. So what does being still look like in everyday life? Let's say, okay, when you were younger, did you play freeze? Freeze tag, freeze, whichever name you gave it. But that's kind of how it's going to be. So no matter sporadically during the course of your day, just say freeze. And in that moment, be still. But it's a stillness that you align in a totally conscious way with that stillness. You feel the stillness. You hear the stillness. You are the stillness. And practicing that, just whenever your brain comes up with it, freeze. Be still. Because I promise you, you're going to hear and see and feel so many things that you didn't even realize before. Because we don't always realize that external distractions disconnects you from feeling your inner verse, meaning that whatever's being communicated, felt, and experienced within your inner verse, a lot of times you can't feel that because when you are so drawn to the outside, to those things that are outside of you, they pull your energy, which means it pulls the energy from what is trying to be communicated inside. So you're left kind of numb. You'll sit there and say, I don't feel anything. I don't hear anything. Yeah, it's a reason. Because that energy has been pushed outside of you. So therefore, it's a numbness and there's not any sort of way in which you can hear because it's been blocked. The numbness is blocked. Now, once you pull it back in, once you start your breathing, conscious breathing, and becoming more aware, you start detaching all that external energy that you have been given, and you start plugging it back up into you, and all of a sudden, you start getting some shocks. You start feeling some vibration, some tingling, and then you start hearing deeper. You start feeling lighter, and then you become still. In the stillness, you can feel your heartbeat. And in that stillness, you could hear the silence of the moment. And you can feel the calmness of your cells because they know that you are being still and you're connecting with them. And that's all our cells, our bodies want, is that connection. It takes a lot of discipline. And as I talk through these topics with you, I am continuing to evolve my keenness, my focus, my discipline, so that I can at one time, in one moment, just be my whole self in full alignment. And that's my earth dream, and that's my earth goal, is to achieve that light being space and time, so that I can see how it feels to live on the earth in that space. What will my consciousness be like? How will I experience the world when I am totally aligned and rooted in my authentic blueprint and my authentic self, living the life that is in full balance? So that's where I am today, and that's all I really wanted to talk about. In all of the space of heal your heart, heal your body, stillness. Be still. Every time you think of it, just give yourself a couple moments to be still. And then when you go back to your everyday movements, when you become still again, see how things shift. Begin to see how contrast stillness and movement are. So that was a quickie. And that's all I wanted to talk about today, because it's really important to be still. And there's so much coming up mentally, emotionally, spiritually with myself, that being still, I have no choice. In order to heal your heart, you have to be still. In order to heal your body, you have to be still. In order to find peace of mind, you have to be still. And eventually, at this point, stillness has moved to the front of my priorities, over jobs, over money, over. Stillness has become that for me. So you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, beautiful beings, wherever you are. And we will connect soon here at the Breathing Bar. Give thanks.